Hi, everybody. It's hump day. Happy hump day. Anyways, it's Ramona back again this week just for a short update. I know I said I wasn't going to weigh, but I weighed yesterday because I started noticing that I was feeling and looking smaller, so I couldn't help myself. I got on the scale and 239. Woohoo! That is a 70-pound weight loss. And I'm so excited about that because it just seemed like it's taken forever, this time. But anyway, so my stats are I started out at 308, very miserable 308, and I've lost 9 pounds in the last 30 days. So I've lost 70, straight up 70 pounds total since March 20th, 6 months ago. And well, today's 9/18. So in 2 days, it's 6 months from my surgery date. And anyway, I've had a couple of victories this week that I wanted to share. I went clothes shopping this week. Today, actually, not this week. Today, I went clothes shopping. Just got a few things, and I was so pleased. It's my first happy clothes shopping experience since losing weight this time. And everything I took into the dressing room, everything fit except one pair of pants, and they were too big. Now, hello, that's a happy experience. So, anyway, I'm happy about that. And what else? Oh, yes, I said I was going to start the gym. I did start the gym, and I did it. I did body pump. I've done it twice now. My goal is twice a week. For now, at one time in my life, I was doing body pump 3 times a week, but for now, 2 times a week is great. And what it is, it's a weightlifting class. It's cardio weightlifting, and you do between 800 and 1,000 reps. That's repetitions with smaller weights. Um, and over a period of the hour, you start out with your legs. We do squats and lunges. And then when you can't do anymore, there's one more set. And then we move on to, biceps, triceps, shoulders, back. What else is there? Chest, abs. And guess what? We end with the legs again. So usually combine legs and the shoulders with the bar weights and free weights, bar and free. It's a class, huge class. There was probably 80 people in my class. And I'm happy to be back. I'm a gym person. I found that I love going to the gym because, I've had all the workout stuff in my home throughout the years and I just won't use it at home. But if I have an appointment time to go to a class, I go and I leave all that stuff there, and it's a great deal. So any of you in the Las Vegas area would like to go with me, just message me and we'll go. So, I did find out, which if you're thinking about going to the gym, you can't drag your friends with you to the gym. They will not go. They just will not go. If you wait for your husband to go, he's not going to go with you. He's going to say bye. I'm gonna exercise my finger with the remote. No, you have to make new friends, new gym friends, and so that's it. You keep showing up at the same time in the same place, and eventually you meet people. You start chatting, and you make friends. That's it. The kind of friends that you need. Um, in your life. So anyway, I am at week 26. I completed week 26, 6 months. And sometimes it seems like it's went real slow, and other times it seems like it's went real fast. Week 26 already, 6 months. Oh my goodness. So I'm I would love to be at goal by the 1 year mark. Um, I don't know if that's possible, but I'll do everything that I can. I do know that once I'm at goal, I need to just continue doing what I've been doing for these last 6 months. And then at that time, the last year or whatever, you just can't stop and go back to normal eating or whatever. That's what gets people into trouble, and they gain weight. Oops, that's my reminder. So, and then they gain the weight back. And so this has to be a total life change. I've heard of so many people, not really so many people, just some people have gotten the surgery, and then after a period of time, they gained it all back. And, the reason I think for that is they didn't address the root of the problem. And the root of the problem was not really the size of their stomach or the ghrelin hormone, that the part of your stomach they cut out sends the hunger signal to the brain. It's that wasn't their problem either. Those are things that could hinder, or help if they're gone. But, the root of the problem is something else. And so I went into this endeavoring to keep my eyes open because I don't want to fail. I mean, I'm 56, I think. Yeah, 56. And, I can't keep continuing to gain and lose weight. I don't ever want to gain it back again. I'm tired of that. I want to get off that merry-go-round. And so um, I decided to use the time to work on the thing that's causing me to put the weight on, to overeat, to, binge. And that's what the doctor had told me. What do they call it? Binge eating disorder. And so, rather than they wanted to give me medication and all that, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to go on medication that could cause you to have a heart attack or whatever. And so, I just believe that identifying the root of the problem is what is going to cure me. And so, I just rely on the Lord for my help, and other sources as well too. And I'm working on that. I'm working on that. It's an addiction. Overeating is an addiction. And, if you're thinking of getting the surgery, know that the surgery is not the answer. It's a great tool. And they tell you that up front. But so many people, they just push that aside. They know they'll lose weight, and they think if they lose weight, they'll just be fine. And they can, and for a period of time, you might be able to eat anything you want and still lose weight. But that's the honeymoon. Real life is going to hit. It's not going to last like that. And so you really do need to build a foundation to make it last. Build your house on a solid ground. And so that's been my attitude from the very beginning. I use my stomach. They like to call it a sleeve or a pouch. And since I had the gastric sleeve, they call it a sleeve. And I want to use that as a tool, because it's a tool to help me. How does my tool help me? Well, my tool, first off, I never get hungry. Whoa, so I'm not sabotaged by hunger pains, okay? Number two, I get full really quickly. So tonight for dinner, I had ricotta bake. It was in a 4-ounce dish. And that was it. And I had 2, I think, tablespoons of vegetables. And, I'm perfectly satisfied. I have to usually just watch the clock to eat. Now, there are times when I have head hunger. I'll feel like I'm starving, and it's your head hunger. Because still your blood sugar will still go up and down, like if you haven't eaten for several hours and you get that anxious feeling, that's probably your blood sugar is real low and you need to eat something. So, but I am using it as a tool, and I know it's not the whole answer. I realize I'm still in the honeymoon period, and I, I kind of have been having this attitude where I felt like um, that I would always be a fat girl inside. I remember a few years ago, I was in a restaurant and they had the funniest sign. It said, "There's a skinny girl inside of me, but I usually can shut her up with a cookie." And I started laughing. I thought, that's me. Well, flip that around to now, and I've truly felt like, gosh, will I always be a fat inside and fighting against that? And I was reminded by a member of my, actually, she's the leader of it, a Facebook group. Facebook group. It's Bariatric Surgery and Carbohydrate Addicts Group. And so, it's a place where we could share and get strength. And, some people are starting out, some have failed, are winners, some are further, all different stages of their recovery. Anyway, the leader of their group reminded us of what we say out of our mouth, which that's a biblical principle. That's really foundation. The whole world was formed by words. And, we can form our world with words. So instead of saying, I'm a fat person inside, this isn't the real me that you see. No, I am a new creation. This is who I am. I'm a thin person. I'm not a fat person inside. That's derogatory. And so I need to work on myself for that. And then another thing that I've learned this week, which I knew that most people with eating disorders are, what do I say, perfectionist. And I turn into a extreme control freak, and and then I've been reading this wonderful book. Actually, I haven't been reading it. I've discovered audiobooks, which they're wonderful because you have much more time to listen than you do to sit down and read, at least in my life. And so it's Anxious for Nothing by Max Lucado. Oh my gosh, it's as soon as I'm done listening to it, I'm going to start it over again from the beginning and listen to it again. And so he said something in his book that people that are anxiety ridden, which I have been diagnosed in the past, it's something that I'm working through, severe to extreme anxiety. And anyway, they're perfectionists. And the cycle is, gosh, I wrote it down. Where's my little? It's here somewhere. Probably. Anyway, I wrote it down. And it's not within eyeshot. I'm in my sewing room. The cycle is, you're perfectionist and you're a control freak. But guess what? If things doesn't get done perfect, you try a perfectionist will try to control everything to make it perfect. And I said, "Oh my God, that is so me." You try to control, but the problem with that is we can't we it's never going to be perfect. And so therefore when it falls short, we get anxious and filled with anxiety. And so the answer is we have to give up control to God. He's in control. We're not in control. We can't be in control of that. And so all that causes anxiety. So anyway, all of that is related to obesity. It's so sad that people think of obese people as being lazy. They are not lazy. They're exhausted. I mean, I have so much more energy, and I have lost and gained weight so many times. I've lost count. I know for sure I've lost 50 pounds twice, and then 70 pounds, and then 80 pounds, and 90 pounds I've lost twice. So 50, 50, 70, 80, 90, 90, and now 70, and I'm going for over 100. So how much weight have I, and I've gained it back every single time. Only this time, and I can't hold up that last finger because it's the wrong finger. Oops. This time I've analyzed what went wrong and I'm going to do something different because I want a different outcome. Okay. And so that means that all these things that I'm doing while I'm losing weight, I'm going to continue after I've lost it. So, and I don't think I'll have trouble um, by continuing to lose weight. I don't think that's going to be a problem. If it is, I'll figure it out. But anyway, so that's just what I wanted to share this week. Um, if you're thinking of surgery, know that it's not the whole answer. It's just a tool. And I'm so thankful that I did get it done. The first words out of my house, they woke me in the operating room and I said, "Is it done?" And they said, "Yes." I said, "Thank you, Jesus." I was so worried that they wouldn't be able to do the surgery and I'd wake up still the same with no hope. I didn't have any hope. This surgery gave me hope and I needed the extra push myself. I was in such a bad place with depression and anxiety. I get anxiety so bad sometimes that it completely immobilizes me. And so I just, you know, I have different ways I'm dealing with that. God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. And that helps me right there just to say that out loud. So I was in that terrible, terrible place. And the surgery did boost me. It's boosted my confidence. It's made me, when I go out, I feel like I can go out in public. Now I'm blend in and I'm not. Um, I don't stand out, and I like that. I like being able to just blend in. When you get at when you become super obese, um, the world is a different place. Sadly, but true. Sad but true. People treat you differently. You're not respected. Um, people say things. They're rude. You're embarrassed to go eat dinner at a place as you feel like everybody's watching you and what you're eating, and so anyway, I feel like I'm not ashamed now. I can go out and I can still be working on me and I don't have to be ashamed to be in public anymore. And so that's really very helpful. So anyway, I think I overshared this week. But anyway, have a wonderful week, and I'll be back next week. Bye bye. Peace out.